Salutations, you sluts. It's another Podcastration classic episode. Why are you watching or listening to this? I don't know. Because you're a fucking idiot. Or because you're awesome. Either way, this is episode number 76. The video for this is part 2 of the video game Elder Scrolls Skyrim. This one is the downloaded DLC content stuff and has kind of a trippier vibe overall. I prefer this stuff a little bit. Anyway, it's just something cool to look at while you listen to me and Paul blab on about who knows what. Yeah, so this would have been the first podcast we recorded way back in 2023, March, I believe. So starting to finally catch up to modern times, to recent year anyway. So maybe by the end of this year or early next year, Podcastration Classic will just be Podcastration, and there will be no more Classic. But that's a long ways off. I got a lot of biking videos to do. Hopefully some other stuff. I need to get Paul golfing or fishing or something to get some variety of this shit. It ain't all just me, you know. Obviously is my main co-host, so I need to get some shit from him. But I'm the producer of this stuff, so I'm the one that provides all the video and gets all this stuff edited and online and all that jazz. But anyway, that's what you're going to watch, and you're going to hear us in 2023 talk about whatever. I think our podcast finally hits its stride around this time. We get a little more streamlined and a little less goofy, I think. But anyway, I'm going to shut up and let you watch this ad-free first episode of 2023. And this is the video game I've been playing in 2026. Till then, piss off. Watch and listen to this. All right, before we get rolling, we're going to start this biatch with a song for you. Intro song. Here we go. It's L&P at it again with brand new tunes for you, my friend. The new album cooks. It's coming along right into place with warts and all. We're here to win this rock and roll race. We're gonna put these fists right into your face. We're gonna hit them hard. We'll start off strong with an intro song. Intro song. Intro song. Intro song. Yeah. Let's start the show. Let's make a mess and sink these fangs in the flesh. We're gonna set this ship to the sea that calls out to you and me, oh, where it belongs. So hop on board, let's do it right and set the pace to party all night. It don't get better than this, 'cause you can't go wrong with an intro song. Intro song. Intro song. Intro song. Woo! Yeah, give us some blues, man. Fucking right. Oh, oh, oh. Intro song. All right, that was an intro song for the intro episode of season number 7 of Podcastration.
of Salesman. Season 7. I'm cracking it open. You ready?
Sip of a
You ready?
beer. Okay. Since we just did an intro song, just last Friday, a friend reminded me that in high school health class, I sang a song about condoms to Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh my goodness!
Apparently, like, what's that called? Acapelago.
It's called Archipelagos.
No,
but go ahead.
Archipelagos are a bunch of islands, right?
No. Archipelagos is when you sing a song without any
I know that ain't true. Acapelco or whatever.
You're thinking of Acapulco.
Yeah, whatever it is. However you say it or whatever it is. But yeah, and I don't remember it at all.
You're thinking of Octung Polka, which is a Weird Al Yankovic version of a U2 album.
A U2 album. Weird Al just Weird Al an entire
Octung
UT.
Baby.
Yeah, if there was a Weird Al version of that entire album, it would be way better than the U2 album.
And I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
That's Joshua Tree. I like.
Yeah, I have no idea what's on Octung Baby.
Yeah, that was the beginning of
the blue sky.
That was the early 90s.
Is Bull the Blue Sky off of Octung Baby?
No, that's Joshua Tree.
Bull the Blue Skies?
Yeah, that's a good song.
So basically, do I not know any songs off of Octung Baby?
No.
And I've tried to say it like 5 times. I forget right here.
What the hit. That was when U2 became the modern, lame-ass U2 that we know. But yes.
What was one off of?
That was Octung Baby, I think.
One was?
Yes.
Got one. Finally. Got him.
You got one.
I knew it. Knew it the whole time.
Yeah.
Knew it the whole time, everybody.
So we just came back from the movie theater and watched Cocaine Bear.
We just saw the Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
You should have seen. I want you to see the. I wish that you could see how hyper Levon was to see this movie just based off of our text message chain. This guy was making plans all week for it to go to the movie theater that's 7 minutes from my house to see this movie.
Well, I have to because I know you. You push everything to the last minute. And we went to see Jackass and we missed 20 minutes of it because we got plenty of time. And then we got there and it was already started.
Probably not 100% true.
That's absolutely true.
But either way, I would have been there right after work. And quite honestly, you said you were meeting me here.
The only thing I planned on, and we ended up doing my plan, was I went to Goodwill and got a cheap purse to sneak beer in.
Also,
he's like, just use your pants. And you even tried it, and it looked terrible.
Yeah. So my planning, sneaking beer in my pants plan looked a lot more obvious than I anticipated.
Yeah, it took me 2 extra minutes because the Goodwill's right up the road too. I went there and got it.
Well, let me still complain like a bitch. Okay, if you don't mind.
But he's still more of that cocaine.
So that purse that you got really smelled like Goodwill.
Oh yeah, well, I think everything
it really had a Goodwill stench to it.
Everything in Goodwill smells like Goodwill.
I've worn a lot of shirts from Goodwill without washing them, and they didn't smell as Goodwill-y as that purse did. That purse must have had a lot of fentanyl in it before they gave it to Goodwill.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing you never even think about. How sanitary are women's purses?
Purses are friggin' gross. The corners of... Do you ever look at your tackle bag? A tackle bag is basically a purse for a man that gets used 6 times a year.
And I think, sportsmen in general generally keep the tackle boxes somewhat organized, but purses is just throw everything in there. And when you ever watch, if you ever go to a woman and, hey, give me something out of your purse, they're just digging through because they don't, there's not a bunch of different pockets. They just throw shit in there, so they're just handling everything, 100 times just to get whatever they want.
So my tackle bag is basically old snuff cans and the little boxes that cutters will come in for at the machine shop. Basically drill bit boxes.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Okay.
Those plastic boxes. Yeah. I use those for my top water
actually
lures.
Might as well. That's probably good.
Not a bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, it works out really well.
What about the snuff cans? Could you? Well, I guess you. I
use my stuff. I use some so they're the
night
and
crawlers.
I really don't chew much. Well, Skull comes in a plastic bottomed, but shout out Skull in Copenhagen.
Yeah, snuff,
Skull in
tobacco.
Copenhagen to the
nicotine. Woo!
The brands of snuff that have really stood the test of time and deliver me the quality that I desire every time I go for a dip. What it comes down to is I go through a can of Copenhagen and I think, you know what? I want Skull Mint next time. And I have Skull Mint and I always think, I wish I had Copenhagen Long Cut. And I really always, I know the best snuff in the world is Copenhagen Long Cut. If you're going to show me a gourmet snuff that's better than Copenhagen Long Cut, it's got to be really good. Because Copenhagen Long Cut is the best flavor of snuff. It's like snuff's beef jerky.
What about
it's just
jerky snuff?
The best. Don't even bring jerky snuff into this. And Skull Mint is my second best snuff. When I buy cans of snuff, it'll be Copenhagen, Skull Mint. Like, I'll go through a couple cans of Copenhagen, then I'll think, you know what? Skull Mint is more of a dessert snuff to me. You need less Copenhagen Long Cut. Because the Copenhagen Long Cut is still a short cut. The Skull Cut is longer than the Copenhagen Long Cut. But they used to make Copenhagen Extra Long Cut, which was Copenhagen flavor in the Skull Cut.
Is there one cut that's just one long giant leaf of tobacco that you just
I mean, you
unroll?
can get like Levi Garrett or something.
Yeah.
Shout out Levi Garrett
both
too.
Cheeks.
Honestly, snuff is great. Everyone needs to choose
Snuff is
snuff.
awesome, but cocaine is better. And while we need
That's
to...
right. I'm sorry.
We need to get on...
We need to be talking about Cocaine Bear.
We want to get on... Yeah, we just saw this movie.
Thanks for redirecting that.
Honestly, it was about exactly what I expected. It was worth
going to see.
Brought to you by
Grizzly Snuff.
Yeah, brought to you by... That would have been hilarious. Oh, well, earlier when you were telling your story, the reason I kept laughing is I kept thinking like a dumb marketing ploy. That'd be funny if Copenhagen made special tobacco cans just for bait stores, or... We used to have an actual bait shop in Muscatine. It'd be funny if it was double-sided, so one side you twist the lid off and there's snuff, and then the other side's your maggots or whatever, your mealworms are on the other side.
I wasn't that far off.
No.
When you took me off my tangent, I was thinking, wow, I really veered there.
Yeah.
Then I'm thinking, wait, no, I didn't really veer there because we were talking about how I organized my tackle blocks.
Yeah. I was just thinking of that. I had to get that out.
My rooster tails are in a skull can. My rooster tails are in a skull can because Copenhagen cans are cardboard on the bottom with like wax. So like
it doesn't. They were plastic. I guess that's
Skull
other
is
brand.
plastic.
Yeah.
Copenhagen is wax.
Copenhagen's old
paper.
School.
Yeah,
they don't fuck around.
They don't fuck around. And Copenhagen, don't you ever fuck around because I love your snuff. And if you wanted to give me some free,
their shit's
free
biodegradable mostly.
Wax and paper.
Minus
one time.
Wax and.
I'm sorry. We still need to talk about Cocaine Bear. One time. I got in the mail from Copenhagen because, like, when you go to outdoor shows or motocross events, there was always a Copenhagen tent. You go there, you give them your email address, and they give you a free snuff. As I've done many times before, I go to the Copenhagen tent, give them my name, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I get in the mail just a 4-inch piece of 2x4, stapled on the 2x4 is a little postcard that says, like, we're going to help rebuild this gas station that burned down. So come, like, help Copenhagen rebuild this gas station. It was like a marketing ploy from Copenhagen.
And they just sent you a chunk of 2x4.
They sent a 2x4.
They probably sent enough 2x4s to rebuild.
To just fucking build it yourself? Why don't you, instead of, like, it probably cost you 70 cents to send me this 2x4. And you probably sent it to 10,000 people. Why don't you just spend $7,000 and rebuild this place?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's kind of funny.
So, Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. So how do we go about even doing it? Like, I don't want to give like a bunch of spoilers, and we'll just. What do you think?
No, let's give all spoilers.
Yeah, fuck it. Also,
why not spoil?
Yeah, if you haven't seen it by the time you're hearing this, then
we're only
gonna
hear it like next week.
Yeah, probably later this week.
But hey, Zach Boda, hey Travis Jack, if you haven't seen Cocaine Bear yet, why don't you go ahead and press pause on your smartphone device and go to your local movie theater.
Yeah, don't go to work today. Go to the movie theater.
Go see Cocaine Bear.
If you haven't watched it already, then you're not even American to me. You should go to Canada or Mexico. Cocaine Bear is about the most American thing that's been in movie theaters since Independence Day in the 90s.
So my expectations was going to be like, basically Sharknado of the woods.
That's exactly what I thought.
Okay.
I was like, I'm just going with like, I didn't watch most of them, but you know, that's exactly how I thought about it.
Let me tell you, I've seen not many movies. If you add, like, I've seen basically no movies. Yeah. I've seen all the Sharknados.
That's my fear of Cocaine Bear because it's already having some success. So you can't have just one movie of anything be like, oh, that did good and move on. So it's like, oh, this one was like it was good. It was worth seeing.
So I'm not gonna see Cocaine Bear 2.
Yeah, well,
when you start texting me and saying like, hey, meet me after work at movie theater at 3:15. Make sure you're there on time. Make sure I go to Goodwill and buy a purse to see beers in. I'm gonna say, Levon, fuck right off with that.
I bet they're gonna have a sequel by the end of the year, and then they're gonna have Crocodile and Meth Eagle.
Oh, wow. Do you have those written down?
No,
Crocodile,
I just have like I just knew. I already thought about it. I'm like, you know what it is, because I already seen. Like, it's, people were already, there was a lot of hype for this, and you just know, like, oh, anything with success, they got to hammer it to fucking death. Even at the theater, what was it, Fast and Furious 10? Are they double digits now? Like, yep.
It is cool, though, to have, like, an X.
I will admit that, because it was just,
you can't, and Scream.
Well, was it a remake of the first one or something? Because it was just called Scream, right?
Scream 6, I believe, was this one.
I just saw Scream, but I wasn't paying.
So on the M, you know how they had like the letters and on the M, the V, you basically have to smoke a lot of weed and write out the word Scream to see this.
Okay, I didn't. Yeah,
but the M,
I didn't know that.
You know how like the second M, if like an M is an upside down W, the second W of the V of the M, they made that a V. And then they made a line down the next side to make it Scream 6.
Okay, well, the Fast and the Furious with a giant X behind it worked way better than Scream.
I don't know. I kind of thought that font worked. I kind of liked... So when it comes to font work... I don't
care for any
on your movie trailers, Fast and Furious X is pretty cool, but I like the idea of making a 6 out of an M better. I feel like that takes a little bit more art. I feel like you're a better artist making a Scream 6 than a Fast and Furious 10. As I burp and try to talk.
Yeah, I know. I know both of the movies are going to be just unbelievably terrible. So
anyhow,
but
Cocaine Bear. Body count. So I really thought the movie was going to end up with like at least 20 on the body count. How many people died?
Well, you don't even really know. Did that guy on the gazebo actually die?
Yeah, he died.
Okay, he did die. I'm trying to remember.
Felt bad for him.
Well, the guy's girlfriend or wife in the beginning.
Yeah, the girlfriend in the beginning. That guy, but he died at the end. So those two, as we're spoiling the movie.
Yeah.
Park Ranger.
Both
Buster
ambulance.
Bailey's, Bucky Bailey's Bully Busters. He died.
The two of the kids... Well, the one kid got shot in the head.
Yep.
Did the other kid die?
Yeah, the other kid got dismembered.
Okay.
Park Ranger.
Yeah.
That's Bucky Bailey Bully Buster. And the girl Park Ranger, she died.
Yeah, who was on the gurney?
And did I count the paramedics?
Yeah, the paramedics.
I have 9 fingers up right now, and I don't know if I counted.
Oh, the main drug
Ray
dude.
Liotta died.
Yeah.
Shout out Ray Liotta to our homies. So that must be, we must have got to 11 now.
Yeah.
Ray Liotta.
Close enough.
I know you from like a diabetes commercial, and you were in the gangster movie that I never saw.
I never knew his name.
He was in a commercial for like high blood pressure or some shit before he died. And then he died. And also, he was in, like, Goodfellas or something.
I feel like he was in some good movies I watched, but I just can't put...
Yeah.
I just don't... I know, and I have this on my notes.
While
we're on Cocaine Bear, I'm giving a fucking shout-out to that. Remember last weekend we saw that crackhead on his bicycle lift up that refrigerator?
Oh, yeah, on YouTube. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to assume... We saw
him on YouTube, listeners.
First of all, yeah, I assume the refrigerator was gutted. I mean, it had to have been. There was a YouTube compilation of just crackheads doing amazing feats.
Yeah.
And this guy comes up on his bicycle, as all crackheads apparently are anymore. And there was people just with an old junk refrigerator out by their garbage. And this skinny guy, as they all are, just picks it up, puts it on one shoulder, balances an entire refrigerator, and then gets on his bicycle and just pedals down the street. And yeah, that's the crackhead superhuman strength apparently they get when they're determined to get money to buy more drugs. So I had to give a cheers to that guy, and he gets one get out of jail free card in my book.
Yeah,
That was amazing.
He'll be in and out many times.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not like that's what I mean.
That's like having a weekend off work.
Yeah, you balance an entire refrigerator on your shoulder, pedaling on a bike. I mean, you get one. It's not going to do him a lot of good. But give him a weekend pass.
He ain't going to learn a lesson.
Yeah.
So, wow, I get to do crack one more weekend. There's 52 weekends in a year. Now I'm not going to be in jail for 46 of them.
Another thing on a movie talk.
I messed that up.
That movie Air, about making Air Jordan shoes in the 80s. You remember even seeing that commercial?
Before the movie?
No, it had. This was during a Super Bowl.
Oh, during a Super Bowl, yeah.
It had Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in it about making Air Jordan shoes.
Yeah, well, that's kind of it. They use like a waffle iron.
I mean, there's got to be something deep about the movie. Maybe there's kids making them in India.
I hope
it
doesn't even touch it.
Me either. I doubt it does.
I hope it makes it look like a work slave factory, look like working at Google, where you get sushi and like it's completely not true.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, all these kids are working so comfortably. They eat sushi and go on sliding boards all day. Like in real life, no, they get paid 80 cents a day. And sew their hands together.
I just see that commercial and I'm like, about Air Jordans. That's not even scraping the barrel. That's clawing through the bottom of the barrel. Like
that's
really
cocaine bearing the bottle.
Yeah, that is. Wow, that is. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know, but I haven't seen it yet. I don't even know if I'm going to.
And I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I ain't gonna see it.
No.
I saw my movie for the year. I saw Cocaine Bear.
That's about it. There's only about 1 or 2 movies a year at most worth seeing anyway.
So basically, the bear does cocaine, does a lot of it. It's a female, if that helps.
Whatever you think it would be, that's exactly what it is.
It tears some people up. It climbs some trees. It does a lot of coke. It eats some coke. It snorts some coke. The kids do a little coke, which also, I feel like the kids doing coke does not
they
reflect
spit most of it out.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're still going to get a little. Also, they're... What?
They never
14?
mentioned their mouths going numb.
No.
My only coke experience was when Levon bought his house. We were at a party at his house. Brooke's shaking her head no, like don't say this.
No, I'm shaking my head no. You were.
I like the A-Team.
It was free. It was a birthday gift or a house party gift.
We were at Levon's house.
If it's free coke,
and it was like he had just got the housewarming party, and I was in Levon's basement. I think Brooke was upstairs, and I'm drinking beers, just being a normal kid. And I think Brooke texted me and said, Levon just did coke, I think is what she said. Something like that. I don't know. It was something like that. And I came upstairs, and I was like, no, we didn't. Because, once someone does coke, your party changes from a drinking party to, uh-oh, now I'm a little, especially me, because I'm, a timid little,
It generally,
country mouse.
What it does is actually sobers you up for a little bit.
Nonetheless.
Problem is if you keep doing it all night.
As a timid little country mouse as I was, I thought, well, yikes. If there's the element of illicit drugs, because weed's one thing. Cocaine's that's a little PG-13 that's a little R-rated. I want to say that weed's PG-13 and cocaine gets into the R-rated elements. That's you say, it's not necessarily the most gory thing ever, but you said fuck twice, which gets you out of the PG-13.
All of a sudden
not necessarily boobies or cutting arms off, but still it's a little bit more it's more than PG-13 at this point. So I came upstairs from the basement where I'm just drinking beers, and I go find Brooke, make sure just making sure things are cool. And I'm really making myself sound a lot more mature than I was, because I was just a drunk little kid.
A rookie. Party rookie.
And Brooke says, this is where he was doing it. He had a little mirror or a little plate of glass or something. And all I knew about cocaine, really, and shit you not, I know this sounds innocent, but I watched the A-Team all the time when I was a little kid. And there was at least 6 times I watched Hannibal shoot up crates of cocaine. And I've seen him take his gloved hands, lick his finger, and says, it's cocaine. I don't know what Hannibal was tasting, what was going on in Hannibal's mind that he knew it was cocaine. I just kind of assumed maybe it was powder. I don't know. I don't know what I thought. It would be baking soda.
I love that stereotype in movies because the only way you can lick cocaine and be like, oh, that's cocaine, oh, that's pure, is because you were a cokehead.
Right.
And then what druggie?
Because I didn't know.
What alcoholic or druggie have on Earth has ever been like, okay, if you're an alcoholic and you haven't done alcohol in years, and you're like, I wonder if that's real alcohol, and you do like you do a little taste.
That's alcohol.
Oh, you're not off the wagon. You're
I think that's
what heroin junkies ever be like? Let me check and see if that's real.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's definitely real, and I'm not gonna touch that again. Yeah. Okay.
Anyhow, I just quite honestly,
that's funny.
It's not like I didn't have like more than 4 beers to cloud my judgment. But quite honestly, even sober-minded, innocent me would have done the exact same thing. So anyhow, licked my finger, tasted it, and my mouth went numb. So I knew it was cocaine. Like I knew, okay, this is what coke is. And that was like the most minute amount. Yeah. Like nobody's gonna tell you that's an amount to do anything. Because I did not feel like anything.
And there's another thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, like in every movie, cocaine is always as white as this paper I'm holding up. And the few times I don't want to sound like I've done a lot of coke.
How many times have you done coke?
Like 4 or 5.
Okay.
And every time it's more of like a gray. It's cut up and cheap. We have Catan and Coke. That ain't China white.
Are you buying it off a kindergarten teacher?
I never paid for it in my life.
Is it chalk dust?
I don't probably.
So I know so little about cocaine, but I know that the amount these kids did, which they had basically a buck 110 style knife, maybe a little smaller than a buck 110 folding knife, and they took that knife blade and had a mound of cocaine, and they were trying to be cool kids, and so they spit some of it out. I'm sorry, no matter what, little 10-year-old kid, your mouth is numb, because I know. I was 24, 20, I don't know, whatever age I was.
I don't think the biggest coke head on earth just puts a spoonful of coke in their mouth and eats it.
They spit out enough to definitely probably not get high, but there's no way their heart rate wasn't 160.
I did hear that Stevie Ray Vaughan, apparently he was rich enough and a big enough coke head that he, instead of putting sugar in his coffee, he put a spoonful of coke. I guess that's in it. Imagine cocaine in your coffee every morning.
How does your heart, a derivative?
Your poor heart be
yeah, you ain't living long like that.
You watch him live and he's just sweating balls. You're like,
ain't living long like this. So kids, if you're listening and you do a knife blade full of cocaine, these kids had no side effects from it. Understand, you will have side effects. You will not enjoy it. Kids, if you're going to do cocaine, do a lot less than that.
Do less and don't eat it off of a knife blade. How about that?
Honestly, I would say definitely eat it off a knife blade.
Well, I would say not the way they did. They both just shoved it in their mouth and pulled it. Even in the movie, I'm like, okay, good luck with that. You're gonna cut your fucking mouth.
Oh, are you worried about lacerations with it?
Oh, both. I was watching it. I'm like, well, at least flip it around. There's a doll side. Have the doll side facing in.
Yeah.
Little shit. Hey, if you're gonna be any druggie knows that kind of shit. Look.
Yeah.
Even druggies have. Minimize the damage.
Yeah.
You can't inject the same spot in your arm every day. You mix it up.
Get abscesses across your body.
Yeah.
But generally, kids, if you saw Cocaine Bear and you say, you know what, I want to try cocaine, really do a lot less. Definitely eat it. I would definitely say eating it's the safest way to ingest it.
I think the safest thing to do is just give it to me. Let an adult do it.
If you're a 10-year-old kid and you're doing cocaine,
if you have cocaine,
and you're gonna do it, I'm not gonna tell a 10-year-old kid to do cocaine. No. But if you're a 10-year-old kid and you're already gonna do it, this is just harm reduction. Do less. Use a dull knife.
Here's what you do: if you're a kid and you have cocaine, you get on Podcastration's
You should
Facebook
be nowhere
page,
near a kid.
Private message me. I'll give you triple lunch
harm
money.
Reduction. Do not private message.
I'll give you triple lunch money for a month at school for that coke.
No matter what Levon is promising you, Levon does not need direct messages by a child. Urgent, pronto.
Hey, my DUI should be about off my record soon. I'm ready to fucking party.
Once again, do not message this man. Do not message this man. Kids who are listening. Zach Boda, Travis Jack, caution. Danger. Pronto.
Well, okay, this is going to be a change of subject.
Okay.
While we're on animal talk in general.
Okay.
So we were just looking at some deer out in your yard before we did this. Whatever last time I was here, I assume last weekend, right? We were here last Sunday? Whatever, that's irrelevant. I left here and went home when I pulled in my driveway.
Yeah.
And this is February. This is end of February. So this would have been like second to last week of February. This would have been a week ago.
Sounds like mid-February.
Mid to late February.
Get your fucking story straight.
There was a buck in my yard.
Yeah.
With velvet already way out past the ears. And like there's already like a great shooter buck. And I never even knew they started growing. I've never seen that in my life. I didn't know they got even close to that big yet.
Have you been putting Flintstone Kids vitamins in your yard?
If I had Flintstone Kids vitamins, I'd have been crushing and snorting them. No,
they should make a movie, Flintstone Kid Bear. And he's just really strong. And he's still growing.
Still grow. This bear's super helpful.
He's sitting at the piano bench.
The bear's a nice bear, but they keep trying to shoot him, but his bones are such strong calcium, he just don't die.
When's Capri Sun Bear coming out?
Taco Bell Bear.
Did you see the previews for the new Sunny the Light Bear?
Sunny the Light Bear.
Dude, I saw a movie.
I bet this time next year, at least, there's going to be a sequel.
No. I saw a preview for Got Milk Bear.
Got Milk Bear.
His bones are so strong.
They're going to have alcohol, I guess just bear.
Yeah, what if you had a Copenhagen Bear?
Copenhagen Bear. It's just like...
Shout out to Copenhagen. Hey, Copenhagen,
get at us. Snuff heavy episode. Us.
Yeah.
Cocaine and snuff.
I really like
All
snuff.
Right. I like it.
And here's the thing. I try to make a can last me a month. I try to not use it that often.
Cans.
But danged if like...
That's what boobs are called.
They are. I told you I have an idea for a song that I don't know how to make it happen. And I'm okay with like saying it. Make it like a 40s style song, like a big band.
You haven't told me this at all.
Yes, I have. Because the song's called That Dam's Got Gams.
Oh, okay.
I've told you this.
Yeah, you need to like. You mean like a lounge, you mean like a Frank Sinatra type?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the problem.
Have a horn section, and you're gonna be describing like a girl from the 40s.
There is a trumpet somewhere.
Yeah, it's in that closet.
That's one. Maybe I can double up a track.
It's in the weed closet.
Yeah, the weed closet.
That's where I keep the weed that I never smoke.
We just sound like such druggies this
I'm
episode.
No, not because I don't use any of this shit. I like it's nice to have. It's like guns. Like I have a ton of guns. I just never friggin' use them.
That's a good idea to have drugs locked away just so you can break glass in case of an emergency.
So here's the thing that like I don't know if this is just from like working at a jail or if it's like something everyone should be cautious of. People come in all the time telling me things are going to detox off of, and I test their piss, and it's all fentanyl.
I don't even know like what's that from. What's
fentanyl is like
is it its own drug?
It's like synthetic opioid.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay,
and it's super fucking strong. There's fentanyl in so many drugs that be careful of anything you're buying off the streets, guys.
Yeah, and when you're
girls, kiddies, Travis Jack.
I think all of our listeners are about my age, and we get to a point like getting fucked up when you're 25 is fun, but anything after that point,
this shit will
I want to have
you.
Fun, not get retarded.
This shit will kill you.
And a lot of this
fentanyl will kill you. I'm amazed how many people come in saying like. Usually people are pretty honest with me of what they're taking, and they'll tell me they're on like 4 different things, and it's not like they're not willing to give me a urine sample. Like they're willing to give me a urine sample. One of the things that always like, and they're surprised that it's not like the drugs are telling me.
One thing about alcohol's the effects are proportionate to what you drink. Like whatever you drink.
Yeah.
So like the faster you drink, the quicker you get drunk. The more alcohol percentage in whatever you drink. You can. And it's not like, sometimes you get drunker than you mean because you drank more than you mean. Yeah. But one thing about drugs is you can smoke something and it works instantly. So you can smoke something and it takes an hour to really kick in. I've done that, like taking weed edibles. You're like, man, it feels like it's been 2 hours. I don't feel shit. I'm going to take more. And then what happens is it like all kicks in at once. So I think that's another thing is a lot of shit. It's like, you just got to give it enough time to see if it's fucking working, because not everything works the same pace. And then, like I said, then you double it up or triple it up, and all of a sudden, pow, then you're arrested.
Drugs really require responsibility.
A little bit of homework.
A little homework and a lot of responsibility. I am very
a lot of money.
I am very pro drug. Like, I like the idea of being able to do whatever you want to do. But you better be responsible.
I think alcohol's the worst.
If you let a bear get into your cocaine stash,
you can't have bears getting into your fucking drugs.
That's on you. And Ray Liotta, I expect more out of you. I'm glad your intestines
in real life.
Out
see, in that movie, the bear was just all about like murder and getting more coke. The real story. For 5 minutes, that bear was the happiest camper on earth, and that thing just wanted to party. There was that one little spot where it ate too much coke, all in its stomach. But there was a little grace period where that bear was just peaking. Fuck yeah! Yep. And you could have walked right up to it, and that thing would have been rubbing on you and shit. Then it probably would have did whatever. But
you guys are doing quite a dare class.
Yeah, I feel like it, but honestly, it needs done. It needs done. We're doing the world a service. Being responsible,
so, hey, Brooke, I'm gonna
harm reduction.
I'm gonna move along here because I'm gonna get.
Let's take a commercial break because I need to pee.
Well, we're already about done for the episode.
I gotta pee though.
Go take a piss. You take a piss. I'm gonna.
Do you need a beer?
Prostitute story.
Okay, Brooke's gonna retell
give me a beer.
Brooke's gonna retell.
Well, hold on, Brooke. Let me lead into it because I have a shit written here and I don't want to waste it. So, new season of podcast. I just want to give you guys a heads up that we need more time for topics generally because we're well into triple digits here. This is like episode 110 or 20. So bear with us if there's some gaps between seasons because, I don't get out much anymore. I don't fucking do anything. And if you want us to have good shit to podcast about, give us money to go on vacations. Give us money to go fly and do experiences. No, I'm just joking. But that was just my stupid segue into this because you guys went to... You were at the airport.
We didn't go anywhere. We went to the airport.
You went to the airport to pick up Dickhead's sister. So you had tell the story.
It was a sad, solemn time because Grandpa Schultz died. Kristen lives in North Carolina, so Kristen had to suddenly buy a plane ticket, come up. It was a really sad time. And Paul and I are both off work. We're like, all right, we're picking Kristen up. We're sitting at home right now. What can we do to be weird at the airport? So Paul came up with the idea to make a sign that says Homeless Prostitute Convention. And he just wanted me to write it in Sharpie. And I said, no, if I'm making a sign for a homeless prostitute convention, I'm making it right. So I cut each letter out, made it look like a magazine letter. I put on lipstick and made lip marks all over it, tore it up. Went to the airport holding it. I had on a long white parka with a hood up and my sunglasses on. And I just stood there with the sign up baggage claim, waiting for her to come. We were just hoping to creep out as many people as we could. Unfortunately, it wasn't a really busy flight, so a lot of people didn't see. But Paul did get a couple video reactions of randos walking past.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend making similar signs
proposals,
to pick people up. No proposals, but also...
You could have really... did the fishnet legging and ruby lipstick and really went for it, but that would also...
That would also require me going to the store.
Yeah, and you probably not have been allowed in. I don't know the rules on that. Are hookers allowed in airports?
Yeah, why can't you have a stripper pick you up at the airport?
This actually reminds me, I just saw... No, I heard it on the radio, a guy talking about how... So if you look at old magazines, so at work, I have these... When I bought my house, I have these old Playboys magazines from the 70s. Well, in advertising, there's a hot babe doing it. So they have advertisements for whatever airlines, and there's always a bombshell. It's literally in a Playboy magazine. So back then, airline companies, because gas prices were so cheap, their sales gimmicks were airline stewardesses were fucking hot. And this guy was telling, he's like, back then in first class, a lot of them were basically like prostitutes. So they'd go to first class and they'd hit on them. And they said back then it was so cheap to get a flight ticket that guys would, instead of going out to the bars or whatever, guys with money, they would just go to the airport, You didn't do it at your airport, is what he said, because word, why risk word getting around?
Yeah.
They would fly somewhere, hit on the waitresses, and either do the Mile High Club. They said that was like this guy claims that he had money. I forget. I don't even know the celebrity it was. This was in 1972, I think, and he's like, you would either just do it on a plane or you would go to the airport, whatever, wherever they were going, and they knew the good airports or whatever. Most airports back then, like that, bars were big hangouts. And it was these women, you just wined and dined them. That was like parts of their job.
You would score.
And that is kind of apparently a thing.
An inmate I worked with told me there was this documentary about TWA airline stewardesses.
Yeah.
For TWA Airlines. He told me it was super interesting. Mm-hmm. He was really flamboyant. But honestly, like it's like what he told me about him, it sounded really interesting.
About like along the same lines?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like basically, like these are.
Yeah,
like,
it was a thing. These airlines, it was because it was just competition now. But now everything, now once the fuel shit kicked in, then it became cheaper tickets. But back then, it was our waitresses are skimpier and hotter than yours, and that was just common. And that was what they did, which I'm kind of jealous.
That's what got Osama bin Laden interested in it.
I'm sure. Yeah. Britney Spears is serving him peanuts.
Yeah.
Well,
was there
goons.
a Pepsi commercial where Britney Spears was on an airplane?
I don't know. We're about to wrap this up, but I haven't
really?
done a beer review. I haven't done. So I'm gonna.
Oh my goodness, we still have to talk about.
I'm gonna Reader's Digest this real quick because the first episode of the season, I've got to do some sports here because I have to thank the Chiefs for beating the Eagles.
Yeah, finally.
I don't care. See, I don't view the Eagles team as a rival. I just hate Philly fans in general. They are awful. They won once in whatever years, and last time they won, they destroyed the fucking town.
It was a fluke.
Yeah, and they did millions of dollars in damage celebrating. They ripped down light poles and shit.
Where's Nick Foles nowadays?
Yeah, fuck him.
Bagging groceries at Walmart, saying hi to people at Sam's Club when you walk in the door. Nick Foles is the guy when you leave Sam's Club with a highlighter, making sure you have all the things that are in your buggy.
Steelers and Penguins really ain't worth talking about. Tom Brady, I got to give that fucking guy credit. I think all these years, he was a thorn in our fucking side. But I got to give him credit that he basically seems like he used his job to get a fucking divorce. And I'm wondering if now, like, he's like, man, I married a cunt. And I'm wondering if now all these years, he was just so good because he never wanted to be home. He was just motivated. If you want to succeed in sports, marry a bitch. And all you want to do, you don't want to be home. You're going to be at practice. You're going to be at the gym, and you're going to be amazing. And you're going to win 7 Super Bowls.
It's not like he was married to Giselle since 1998.
I know all this.
No. He got rich.
Yeah.
Married like a trophy wife and hated it.
Yes.
And then he got divorced. And I think before he even got like good, he divorced his wife that was sick or something. Like, he was an asshole, like, before he was even that good.
I just know I'm glad this year we just got one season to see him suck. Like, on a team. And it's not even that he sucked. Just one bad season of seeing him throw hissy fits and shit. Like, oh, yeah. One season of, like, how everybody else in the fucking league does it.
To be on your own.
Yeah. But I just, throw some sports in there.
Sports.
All right. You already drank your beer. Let's end this with a beer review. Usually we end up
okay.
Beer review! Beer review! Beer review! Beer review!
So I drank my beer already.
So today I'm trying to do Steve Austin's. Hold on.
I get it.
How does Steve Austin?
I'm going to review.
Well, today I'm going to review a Steve Austin's
Broken Skull.
I can't fucking do it.
Well, you have to do it. It's from El Casagundundo.
And that's the bottom line.
El Casagundundo Brewing Company. Steve Austin's Broken Skull. American Lager.
Stone Cold E.T. said so. So this is what is that? El Segundo? Oh, there's a G. I just assumed
El Segundo.
It's probably
El Segundo.
Yeah.
El Segundo. Aye.
This is Stone Cold Steve Austin's. I'm drinking a Broken Skull IPA. See, this is what I'm
drinking the Broken Skull American Lager.
when I think of Stone Cold Steve
Comes
Austin,
in that contents is 1 pint. That's the bottom line.
I know you didn't, watch wrestling much, but Stone Cold Steve Austin, his whole thing was he always came out with Coors Light.
Yeah.
He opened a can, drank 2 swigs of it, and just sprayed the rest all over his face and shirt and threw the empty can, and the crowd would cheer. And sometimes he'd do another one. Same thing. He'd like shake it up so half the can would just spray out all over the place. He'd like dump a few glugs in his mouth, but just all,
It was just poured.
And then he has, I'm drinking his craft IPA, which to me seems a little weird. I was figuring with him, I was hoping he would just...
You can't savor it.
Yeah,
you gotta pour it all over your face.
I was hoping he'd
That's the bottom line.
Stick to his guns, and it's all just a college party beer, light, just Ice House.
Hell no.
Extra.
This is made to be savored.
But I'm drinking an IPA, and it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. Stone Cold Steve Austin shouldn't have an IPA available. Like, you're drinking a lager, that makes sense. That should be the strongest.
I'm really glad you wanted the IPA because I wanted the lager.
Yeah. Well, I already had the lager.
Oh, that's
so
right.
I wasn't fighting. I drank that before.
I drank the lager. It was, if you mixed half of a Yingling with half of a Coors Banquet, you would have the Stone Cold Broken Skull American Lager made by Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the little spiel is as read by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
you on first.
It's just unnecessary.
This beer is the ultimate reward for a hard day's work. Brewed with the best American-grown barley and hops. Broken Skull American Lager goes down as easy as a 3-day weekend. Cheers to those who are out there earning it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Per Steve
I'll
Austin.
give mine, the taste is 3. It's honestly, it's pretty...
Per Austin 316.
The taste is good, but it's just unnecessary. I give it a 2.
Here's what I like about this. Fill your can. Got a little bit of a tactile grip to it, though.
Yeah, it is a high gloss.
Feels like the can is powder-coated, not just painted. There's a little bit of a texture to the paint. Helps you grip the can after a hard day's work.
I'm just upset. I mean, I think after watching Cocaine Bear, we should be doing a cocaine review, but...
I ain't doing a cocaine review. I have no interest in cocaine. I'm glad a bear had a really good time. And the bear lived happily ever after.
Yeah, I'm glad the bear... That's all I cared about. I was like, hey, the bear didn't do shit. Well, the bear did a lot of shit, but it's a bear.
Yeah.
They eat what's provided.
The bear doesn't die, the bad guys die. A couple of the bad guys survive. The mom and kids live. And they really make nurses look smart, don't they? The mom nurse was like, it's okay, I'm a nurse.
And
she was like,
so what did the end of the movie leave open?
Cocaine goats.
Yeah, well, I'm taking a sequel. The bears aren't even dead.
Oh,
so
no,
they
the
left
bears
it.
aren't
They
dead.
knew. See, they probably already. I bet the sequel's probably about done.
Do you don't think they're gonna make cocaine goats? Because the one, I hate
the
goats.
one
like.
No, he pulled the bag away from the goats, but
yeah, but maybe they got a little bit.
Yeah, well, those goats.
You don't know.
The fucking goat.
It's a sequel to a movie that didn't need made in the first place.
Yeah.
So there's a very good chance they make a sequel, Cocaine Goats.
I would rather have like meth moose, or go to another animal.
Now you're on to something.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Acid eagles.
These are straight to Sci-Fi Channel.
Crocodile. Come on, that is fucking great. Well, of course, shit. We have alligators.
How's a crocodile gonna smoke? A crack
I forget.
pipe,
We don't have crocodiles. We have alligators. What alligator? Alligator and
here's
drunks.
what it is: LSD gator. LSD gator.
LSD gator.
LSD gator.
I fucking like it.
LSD gator.
That's the idea we can end this show on.
Somehow on a snake farm down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, there's a gator farm. And at the bottom of the gator farm, there's a mad scientist making batches of LSD. And one of the batches gets out and somehow gurgles up into the gator farm. And the gator ends up not knowingly eating a bluegill that's been laced with LSD.
I hate bluegills so bad. You try to fish in a pond and they just
And this gator who has LSD from the bluegill just goes fucking wild, and its face melts, and develops a third eye in the middle of its head.
Yes.
And it can like see through time and space.
Oh my goodness.
And it just terrorizes.
This is going to be our Liquor and Poker concept album
trip.
we've been trying to think of.
Okay, well in that case,
in that case,
this episode's over right now. Oopie doopie, everybody, and we got some writing to do.
Also, "Gator on the Lawn" by Tom Petty. That's a B-side. The most underrated, unissued track in the history of mankind.
Shout out Tom Petty. Stick taps.
Yes, exactly. Tom Petty, "Gator on the Lawn," "Cocaine Bear." Oh, awesome.
Listen to my Country albums. Oopie doopie.
That's some tasty cannoli.